guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How is everyone doing today? Today I'm going to show you how you can contour your face step by step to look just like the models do or the Kardashians wear. It is the easiest way to achieve that really nice and chiseled face and the sharp jawline. So if you'd like to see how you can achieve that look, then please keep on watching. So to begin, you need products. You can go with powder contour, you can go with cream contour, you can go with liquid concealers to achieve that contour. It's really a personal preference. I'm going to show you some of the products that I like to get a nice defined face. First, we want to start with our liquid products. For liquid products, I tend to use this quite a lot on brides. This is the 145 Warm Olive from Maybelline. This is their concealer. The other concealers recently that I've been using are the K Beauty ones to contour. You can either use 180p tan or 185 neutral if you are similar to my complexion. Next, I have this cream contour that I've used for a long time. I haven't touched it in a while, but it's because I keep buying new stuff. But this one is really good. When it came out, it was all the rage. This is the Tanto Cream Bronzer by Huda Beauty. There's also the stick contour. It's also creamy in consistency. This is the K Beauty contour that I recently started using, and it's actually pretty good. I use it for my nose contour. It's made my day-to-day routine quite simple. This is the Caramel Focus. Again, amazing, nice, cool tone, perfect contouring shade. Next, for powder, honestly, you can go with any bronzers of your choice. I love this small Huda Beauty bronzer. I personally like smaller packaging, which is why I picked this. This is the Glowish by Huda Beauty, and this is in the shade Stan Light 03. This is what it looks like. This is really cute. Next, these are just examples of products. You can also use kits like this. There's many kits that have like a powder and a cool tone brownish shade, so you can use kits like this too. Next, I have this bronzer that I use quite a lot on brides, but again, this is on the higher end. You don't need to spend so much money on a bronzer, but this has a really good finish as well, so you can go either with this or this. I like this concealer for this process because it has this really thin applicator. So this is in the shade 180p tan, and I even have with me, like I mentioned earlier, 185 neutral deep. So I can go with either, but because I want to show more of a definition, I think I'm going to go with the 185 neutral deep. So what you want to do is, when I usually do my makeup or I'm trying to create structure on my face, I just use a little compact mirror, any mirror. I'm just saying this because this gives more precision, because you can look closely and then decide, as opposed to, sticking your face in front of the mirror. Also, for brushes today, as usual, I am going to be using my own set. It's coming soon. I'm still to set a launch date, maybe July end or August first week, but stay tuned for that, for how many more people watching my video who actually follow me. And next, also I'm going to be using this little sponge. So now to begin, I am going to start with this concealer. Like I said, you want to get rid of all the excess product, and I'm going to show you my one side first so you can see the difference it makes. Let's go ahead, and on this side you want to do this and this. Then you want to go like this, go exactly along, slightly higher than your actual jawline, and over here you want to go with a little stroke and then a higher stroke and connect it. Okay, now we're done with this section. You also want to go ahead and place some product right here. So obviously I don't want to look crazy, so I'm going to also add some concealer on this side. What happens when you put foundation and concealer is it's all going to be flat. Your face is not going to have that much definition because you've just added a single shade to your entire face. We are going to create that really whenever you're photographed, or like you look away, you're looking sideways, your face is going to look very structured, and who doesn't love that? So now that we've placed the products where we want to, so as you can see, I have placed it slightly higher. This is because it's gonna go slightly lower, but you want to keep this space. The reason I applied this stroke is to make my face appear longer here. To blend that out, I'm gonna take this angle brush. This is the K69 from my collection. Looks like that. So what you want to do is you want to start and go along your face like this, and then drag the upper section upward. And as you can see, it is already creating a nice bronzy appearance. Now you want to do the same thing with this. You want to drag into your hairline, all of this. Again, as you can see, I'm using the brush, but I'm making sure I don't go all the way. I'm just dragging it into my hairline. And don't get scared that it's looking dark. It's not going to make you look dark overall. This is just going to add that nice definition on your face. You want to go and drag this downward and into your ear. And now this section you want to pull down into your neck like this. Right here you want to pull it inward. So as you can see, that has already added quite a bit of definition onto your face. So now that you can see, obviously my nose still looks crazy. This section looks very chiseled as opposed to this section. I know I have natural face shape that is already chiseled, but in a case where you have a slightly rounder face, you will notice it instantly. So as you can see, half of this has some sort of shadow going on. We are going to, and don't get scared of like if you feel like it looks darker, it's all going to neutral out because we're going to add highlight on top, blush on top. Now for the nose, you want to use a thinner brush. So I would go with anything like this. So I use this brush for eyeshadow as well as the nose. This is K17 from my collection. And again, what you want to do with this is just fluff it out a bit like that. And once you're done doing that, first go in a downward direction. And you know how all the people, models and everyone have these really nice noses? They obviously all do tend to get nose jobs, but this is one thing that is the most important when you are photographed is your nose. They will still have really nice contouring along their nose because when the light hits, you want this part to look thinner, coming out, and this sharp enough and this out for photography when you're looking down. So these are the key things that usually makeup artists focus on when it comes to makeup for photography, models or celebrities. As you can see already, the light is hitting my face right here on the center, and this I feel is the best way. That's why I feel for the nose you can either use really one of those creamy contours or liquid concealers. Liquid concealers are just the best way I feel. My nose is looking freaking amazing. So now that we're done blending it with the brush, you can see it's pretty good. Now I'm just going to go ahead with my finger and blend the rest out to soften it. So now that I'm done with that, what I like to do is take my foundation brush that I used earlier on my face. This is the K93, and now I'll just lightly go over it, the edges, because I don't want to lose the center because the center is what defines it. And there we go. What this does is just blends it with the rest of your face. This side is looking really nice and structured, and we're going to do the same thing. This side looks slimmer, this side has lesser definition, and sorry I keep looking there because my viewfinder is there, but you can just see I'm looking straight at the camera. This side looks really freaking good. The shadows are just perfect on the face. You want to do the same thing this side. I'm gonna do it without speaking on this side, so you can just follow through if you are following me step by step. there we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my sponge. This is also the sponge I'm laundering soon. I made sure that this was multi-dimensional. It's already damp, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some powder out. What you want to do is I'm just gonna go ahead with one of the sides and go into it. It's already on the sponge, and what I'm gonna do is create a line here like that and just rub it through it. So it's gonna give you the most natural look. It's not baking. I have not baked it. I have just literally taken handful and placed it right here. So now as you can see the difference it makes. Even when I'm looking right here, it's more defined. Looks really good. So this right here, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Again, I'm going to take some product. Again, product is on the sponge. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now you can see on both ends, the light is highlighting that area. This makes your face and jawline look really freaking good. Now the next step I'm going to do is go again into it. Again, I'm just lightly putting my sponge on it, and what I'm going to do is make sure this area is also nice and bright. Same thing on this side. So when we get that really nice definition here, automatically light is drawn there and it makes your face look really good in photography. And light on the center. Again, as you can, I can literally show you what I do. There's barely any product here. I'll just dip like that and then apply. So this does not make your under eye too powdery. It still gives it relatively a little bit of coverage. And sometimes what I'll do is, I don't like product settling in to along the nose area, so I'll blend it. And then go ahead and powder the rest. Okay, now we're done with that, so we're going to powder the forehead. Again, just literally the bare minimum, just to draw light along the center and to set our face. And now that we're done creating this definition, now I'm going to go ahead with this big brush, dip into the product very little. This is the setting powder, and now I'm going to go over lightly on our contour so it's set in place. Don't worry, you might feel like, wow, I'm looking so white, but it's only going to be temporary until humidity kicks in and our face is going to be oily again. But what this step does, it's just going to set your full face and not let the contour move through the night. And now that I've done this, next I'm going to do is I'm going to set our full contour. So what I'll do is take any powder. Now, like I said, I've been liking this one recently. This is the Tan 03 Light Bronzer by Huda Beauty. And what I'll do is, first thing first, so here, lightly dust it and go along the areas where we contoured. Right here. Same thing on this side. And right here. And now for the nose, you want to use a very thin brush. You can use something like this, and again you want to go into your contour and you want to go along the line so it looks slightly natural and it's not as harsh. And then you don't want to forget this area for your nose. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and come back on camera and I'll show you how good all of it together looks. I'm just gonna finish off my blush and yeah. So that is it for the chiseled contour Kardashian Jenner model face tutorial. Honestly, this is something I'm asked about constantly. Have I done anything to my jawline or anything? But that's not true. I honestly just am very good at highlighting and shaping my face using makeup. So if you enjoy this video, definitely give me a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram. If you end up recreating anything I do, definitely tag me on Instagram as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.